Grit by Angela Duckworth. Grit, not talent, is the defining characteristic of excellence. We as people often put talent at a higher plane than having grit, but it's actually the people who are the grittiest and who stick to something when it's hard that go further than the people who are born with a natural inclination for something. I think the main take-home message of this book is very strong. It's important to notice your own levels of grit. Do you want to be the person who actually gets done the things that you plan on doing, or do you want to be the one that's surrounded by a bunch of projects that you haven't finished? I think the key to gaining grit is realizing when you're not having it and wanting to do something different in your life and to be better at finishing things. And I think this book is very effective at that, in just increasing that awareness. There were some other side points that the author makes as she goes along about parenting, about extracurricular activities. I was so-so on them, like they're kind of interesting points, but they were side points, which I kind of agreed with, kind of didn't in some of her interpretations. One thing I also didn't exactly agree with was her grit quiz. She has 10 questions at the beginning of this book, so you can take it and you can see how gritty you are. The problem that I had with it was I could take that quiz thinking about the questions one way and be almost fully gritty, and then I could think about it another way and then I have very little grit. And they were just vague enough that it wasn't very helpful. But she really takes those results literally in the course of the book to prove her points, and so I thought that was kind of shaky ground. Overall though, I thought the key point was strong, and I would say it's definitely worth reading. Make yourself more gritty and then see what happens. I give it 4 stars.